Every marriage will fall or rise on these 4 things.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mike and Christelle podcast. Today we want to talk about the 4 crucial attitudes for a healthy marriage. We once heard about the 4 types of touch by Dr. Betty Martin. That inspired us to think about what makes marriages work. And for us, we came up with this 4 attitude that every relationship needs, every marriage needs. They are simple but crucial.
Simple but crucial.
Yes.
That's very good.
Yes.
Simple but crucial.
Simple but crucial. The difference between these 4 attitudes is just in the intention. Babe, can you tell us?
Yeah. So there's giving.
Yes.
There's receiving.
Yep.
There's taking.
Yep.
And the last one is allowing.
Allowing. Giving. Giving. The intention of the giver or the one who initiates giving is to do something to please the receiver without the intention of pleasing themselves.
So what you're saying is this person, this spouse,
Yes.
is deciding to do something that they know the other person likes.
Yes.
And then they don't necessarily like it, but they are happy to see the other person enjoying whatever that is.
That's exactly right. That's
so
exactly
giving.
right. Yeah, it can be an action. It can also be just a gift. It can be like a physical gift that you give, but it can be a service. It can be an act, something you do for them.
Yeah. This makes me think about the love language.
Yes, the love languages. Yeah.
So because usually the 2 people don't have the same love languages. So the other one decides to find out which one is the spouse's love language. For example, some of them are quality time and stuff.
Yes. Often when you are speaking your spouse's love language,
you don't necessarily
feel it. You don't enjoy necessarily that particular love language. Not
but
necessarily.
You enjoy to see your spouse enjoying.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's giving.
That's giving. You are doing it for them, but you initiate it. That is giving. And the next one is receiving.
Receiving. So are you saying that this is the other way around?
Yes, that the person on the other side did not initiate it. So you did not ask for it.
Yeah, but they appreciate
you appreciate it. You did not initiate it.
Yeah.
So this is not demanding. It's not expecting. It is just receiving what the other side is giving you. And you know they are not necessarily enjoying it.
Yeah. And some people have a hard time receiving.
Oh, yes.
Some people have a hard time receiving. So that's why this is important.
Because sometimes receiving feels selfish. Yeah, if you keep receiving, sometimes you feel like, oh, why is my spouse not enjoying this process? So you want to enjoy together. So because you want to enjoy together and you know they're not enjoying, sometimes people struggle just to receive.
Yeah.
But some people also demand or expect the other side to only give. So there must be some kind of healthy balance.
Yeah.
So the receiving is one side is giving, the other side is receiving. Yes. The other one is taking. The third one is taking. Taking is when the initiator is the one doing the action, is the one enjoying. It's not for the pleasure of your spouse. It's for your pleasure, but you initiate to do something together that you are enjoying.
Yeah. For example, if you want to watch a movie together, for example, if it's a movie like some people don't enjoy action movies, and
so if you and I would go to watch an action movie and I initiate it,
I'd be watching an action movie.
That will be taking, because I enjoy action movies. You don't.
No.
So that will be I'm taking, because you and I you.
But I'm happy to see you enjoying your action movie. But I am with you, so I'm not necessarily enjoying the action movie that much.
Yeah, just like when we started to watch romantic movies.
Yes.
You initiated it.
Bollywood.
Bollywood movies. I was not much into it, but I
slept Many times, mate.
Yeah, at the beginning, it was kind. People are just talking.
No
They're not fighting. There's no action. It was quite boring. So that is taking. You are taking when you initiate something that makes you happy, but your spouse is not necessarily enjoying.
Yes.
But now, the person on the receiving, on the other hand, on the other side, is allowing.
Yeah.
So allowing is the fourth attitude. Allowing is when you allow your spouse to initiate something that you are not necessarily enjoying, but you are involved.
Yeah. The example we're bringing here a little bit light. They are very light, as in we're bringing light example like watching a movie, like you're going for a walk and something like that. But there are deeper things.
Yes.
That, this is a big deal when it's like very deep things. I mean, there's no, I'm not saying this, watching a movie together is not a deep thing, but there's the deep things.
Oh, yes, they are.
Like
they are big.
Sex, for example.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Yes, and this affects. Let you finish.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, this affects most sex life for couples because giving in sex is when you initiate sex, but it's for the pleasure of your spouse.
Yes,
that is giving.
Yeah,
receiving sex or touch is when your spouse initiates sex and you accept that initiation.
Yes. Yeah.
So you don't have to do anything, you just accept it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do anything, meaning you did not initiate it.
Yeah, yes. Sorry. Not that you don't have to do anything. You are not just a robot there. Yes.
You are happy to go with it.
Yeah, you are happy to go with it.
Yeah.
Not you are not doing anything. You are doing something. Yes.
Yeah.
Taking in sex is quite interesting. For example, there are some part of a woman body that men enjoy touching. When a man initiates touching some part of their wife's body and the wife allows it, that is taking. Taking is when you initiate something that makes you happy, that makes you enjoy.
Yeah.
And allowing, of course, they must be allowing. Otherwise, when you touch somebody's body that they're not comfortable with,
they're gonna slap you.
Yeah, that is abuse. Even in marriage, it's abuse to touch someone in the way that is not healthy, or they are not. It's not
They're
healthy.
not willing.
They are not. Yeah, they are not giving you consent for it.
They're not
for many reasons. There are times where maybe the woman is going through some season of the month where some part of the body are not comfortable to touch. Or let me just be open. I'm talking to married couples. Sometimes the breast can be tender and you sensitive. You there is a way you can't touch it. Otherwise, it's painful. You need, even though you enjoy touching, but you need to get her permission to touch it, or to touch it that way.
Yeah,
that is taking. Taking is when your wife or your husband allows you to touch or to do something with their body for your pleasure.
Yeah. Sometimes, some of the examples of allowing, I don't know why I'm jumping to allowing, but they're all important. But allowing sometimes can be interesting because, let's say, like you say, parents visiting or something, like in-laws visiting, which is not a problem.
Yes.
But, some people find it hard to have in-laws over to their home.
Yes. But if your parent visit us, and I see how happy you are.
Yes.
And I'm allowing that. That is allowing. You are taking from me.
Yeah.
Maybe my privacy because your parent will be in the house. Or that is taking.
Yeah.
When you initiate your parent visit. When I initiate your parent visit, that is giving. So you enjoy their visit. I initiate it. It depends on who initiates and the intention.
So the intention.
Yes, that's what makes giving, receiving, taking, or allowing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the challenge with most marriages is that this four attitude can be imbalanced sometimes. So some people will only take, or receive without giving or without allowing. So that can be challenging in marriages.
Yeah.
When some people just take and take.
Yeah, yeah. So sometimes there could be some issues that could happen because taking, giving all the time and not allowing, or allowing all the time and not
imbalance.
The imbalance there can cause issues, but I'm thinking about situation when lives happen. Like for example, there's a season when people have small children.
Yes.
And sometimes one of the spouse, I mean, not necessarily one of the spouse, everybody's kind of exhausted.
Yes.
At the end of the day. And so what do we do in those kind of situations? Or one of the spouses has, God forbid, but an accident or something like that.
I think with the mistake we can make with taking, allowing, giving and receiving is to think that it will be 50-50 all the time. To think that a healthy marriage is always 50-50. You give 2, I give 2. You receive 2, I receive 2. That is not the way a healthy marriage works. Because depending on seasons and depending on reasons, there will be seasons where one of you will carry more in the marriage. One of you will take more, or one of you will give more. It depends on seasons. For example, when I was doing my master's, you took more in the house. So I can focus on school and work. So I was working full time and studying at the same time. So you took more in the house, so I can focus on that. And
when we were having babies.
When we were having children, you took, babies. Yes. There are seasons in life. I think couples should try not to look at this as a 50-50 competition, as a 50-50 thing. But it's good. It's healthy to understand this full attitude. Because some people only take. And some people only give. Some people only receive. And some people only allow. You need to be able to talk about this in your marriage and see, mostly in your sex life. In sex life, some people only take. Or receive. They must be balanced. There must be a way to...
When you say balance, do you mean 50-50?
Balance is more about rhythm. I don't want to say...
It's not about a percentage. It's about... Again, we started with saying that it's about the intention. So your intentions should be good.
It's about meeting the need. You mentioned someone who is sick. Someone who is sick in that season, they have a need that is higher than the one who is well. So in that season, the one who is sick requires more attention, requires more taking, or maybe more receiving. Every marriage that breaks down, it's the issue of imbalance in these 4 areas. Either one was taking a lot or one was receiving a lot. Every marriage will fall or rise on these 4 things. If you are taking and you are not giving, you're not allowing, or you are receiving, you are not giving, you have a problem in your marriage.
How can people assess themselves with this though? Can couples assess themselves?
Yes, couples can assess themselves. I like it when you ask me questions sometimes. The thing about you and I is we've agreed to have our sync meeting every week. So our synchronization meeting, or we call it sync meeting, where we come together and talk about our marriage. We look at our marriage as a project. We look at it and see what's working, what needs to be fixed. So that's where we look at aspects. We don't necessarily say I'm taking much, you are taking much. We just look at the things that makes us happy, the things that we need to improve. Deep down in your heart, you know when you are taking. Deep down in your heart, you know when you are receiving.
Do you think
so you need to be honest with yourself?
Do you think if you're taking or receiving too much, or do you think it could be coming from something else? It could be an underlying thing going on?
If you're only taking and receiving?
No, if you're only taking.
Yes, taking.
Do you think there could be an underlying thing going on, like an issue at work?
Taking all the time is selfish, because taking all the time is involving your spouse into something that you are enjoying the most. That's what taking is. And they're allowing you to do it.
Yeah.
So if it's just you taking, that means you are selfish. Maybe not say you are selfish, but there is something wrong with you.
Same thing.
I'm trying to be kind.
Something is going on.
Yes, something is going on. Yes.
Yeah.
You need to assess, and maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know you are taking all the time. I think your spouse need to tell you.
There's an underlying thing going on.
Yes.
Maybe you've never been told that it's not good. Or
yes,
something.
maybe.
I don't know.
And sometimes in some relationships, one of the spouses will allow and burn out by allowing without telling the other side, I've been allowing. I think it's healthy to communicate.
So that's how you can assess yourself. Communication.
Yes. Communicate. Talk about it.
Your marriage.
It feels bad when you always feel like you're allowing and the other person is only taking and you are not talking about it. It's unfair. But to be fair, you don't have to be giving the same thing.
No, it doesn't have to be the same
yes.
thing. Yeah.
So it's not like because I'm bringing $10, you also have to bring $10. It's not.
No. Couples have different needs.
Yes.
Yeah, they have different.
And different gifts they bring to the table.
Yes.
For example, you mentioned the love language thing. If your love language is quality time, and I can give you quality time, you see, I don't necessarily expect you to give me quality time.
Yeah.
I expect you maybe to give me word of affirmation. So what I need to take from you is different, or what I need to receive from you is different. Like if I give you quality time, give me quality time. No, the quality time does not satisfy me. That's not my need. So try to find my need so you can give me something valuable. I think you also need to know one another well, to know what to give.
That comes back to communication, because then when you talk about things, you get to know each other and how to look after each other, love each other well.
Couples need to talk about what they think they are taking, what they think they are receiving, what they think they are giving, and what they think they are allowing.
Yeah. Again, we're saying not in an explicit way as this is what I'm taking, this is what I'm receiving, this is what you're not giving. It's just, I think in the conversation.
Yes.
And if you assess your marriage often, if you make it a priority to assess
your marriage,
how your marriage is going, you eventually get to a place where you find out how you guys are going.
Yes, how healthy you are.
Yeah.
And sexually speaking, I think couples can explicitly talk about what they think taking means, what they think receiving means, allowing means, and giving means.
Yeah.
Because sexually, you have to find a balance. We are not a balance, but an understanding of how each one feels in that space in your marriage. Yeah. Maybe your spouse feels you are always taking. And if you don't talk about it, you won't know if you can also allow them to take. Every marriage needs to understand this and find a balance and find a rhythm of how you are navigating this 4 attitude. Giving, receiving, taking, and allowing in marriage are crucial.
Thank you for stopping by our YouTube channel. If you got something out of it, like it, share it with somebody, and leave a comment.
See you next time.
Bye.